Welcome to Selene Yoga Jams. Today's practice, a little bit of extra emphasis on the neck and, as usual, releasing tension. So we'll start out with a little bit of Qigong. We'll be ending our practice using the blocks, just tucking the corners of the blocks inside the two bones at the back of the skull. Really nice, really relaxing. If you don't have blocks, of course, you just do a regular relaxation. That's the only thing we're using blocks for today. So I'm so happy you're here. Thank you so much for joining me. Please consider subscribing. Let me know if there's something special you'd like in the future. Take care. So we'll start to shake, sigh, all that stuff. Okay, let's plant the feet a little wider than the hips, but it doesn't really matter. We'll start by massaging the neck, so let's pinch. So I like to move the head too when I do the massage, but whatever feels good. Basically, we start at the base of the skull, and then we just kind of work down, getting into the back, the tops of the shoulders. So we'll do this a few times. Okay, front of the neck, let's sweep down. Okay, so we can keep the hands on the chest for now. So we're going to do a full body massage, but kind of not fast, but more fluid. So whatever, we'll see how it works. So we'll start from the chest, we'll come down, go down the legs, come up the backs of the legs, get those kidneys, take a little time with the kidneys, massage the low back. Okay, we'll bring the hands to the front of the waist, come back up to the chest, drop one arm, the other arm goes diagonal on the chest. I'm doing a little bounce, so we can always add extra movement if we want. Okay, lung channel massage, we know it well. Front of the shoulder, we'll just use our open palm, come down the arm, up, back of the arm. Inhale when you're ready. Exhale, sweep across, release. Other side, front of the shoulder. Oh, sorry. Go on the chest, across. All right, now front of the shoulder, the palms facing forward. We come on down, turn the palm down, come up, inhale. Exhale, sweep across, release. Okay, now we got to get our eyes. Remember, when we're thinking about our necks, we have to remember our eyes. So let's get the hands warm. Build some heat. The legs, I got a little bend in my knees. I'm kind of like sitting in my hips a little bit. Okay, we'll do a breathing exercise. Let's separate the hands. As we inhale, we'll move the hands in. As we exhale, let's move the hands out. Whatever distance feels good for you, doesn't matter. The breath can be long, can be short. We're just inhaling in, exhaling out. Let's relax into it as much as we can. Couple more. Now let's take the hands, palms gently over the eyes. Long, deep breaths. If you like visualizations, we could even imagine like light coming in through the crown of the head, lighting up the whole body, but we're going to focus the light through the crown of the head, going through the arms, into the palms, into the eyes. So it's like we're taking the light from the universe in through the crown, cycling it through the body, through the palms, giving it back to ourselves. So we're getting it twice. Another 2 or 3 breaths. Okay, feel the top of the palm on the eyebrow bone, the bottom of the palm on the cheekbone. Let's do some circles. Other direction. Okay, come back to center. Take another breath or two. Okay, so now we'll like wash the face, so we can slide the hands down the face. We'll inhale up the nose, the sides of the nose. Exhale, kind of like we're separating our forehead, and then we come down the sides. We'll do that a couple times more. Inhaling up. Exhaling, coming down. Okay, let's keep doing some little massages. Just gonna come a little closer so you can see me, but you can keep standing. So we'll just massage, like pinching the bridge of the nose. So we could either hold the pinch, or it could be release pressure, make pressure. I'm enjoying just holding the pinch. Take a few more breaths. And as we're doing this, keep finding what we can relax. Like I'm noticing some tension in my shoulders, trying to let it go. 2 more breaths. Okay, now we'll find like the middle of the eyebrow. So just kind of like go over the eyebrow. Notice around the middle if there's like a little bit of like a bump, like a bit of a notch. If you don't find it, don't worry. Just find something you think is the middle. So we're gonna do a little bit of pressure, push, 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 push. And then release the pressure. So we'll do that a couple more times. So as we inhale, we can do the pressure. Exhale, release the pressure. 2 more times. Inhale, push. Exhale, release. 1 more. Inhale, push. Exhale, release. Now we're going to go up the nose, down the eyebrow to the temple. So we inhale up. Exhale to the temple. When we get to the temple, ooh, nice little circular massage. Okay, so a couple more times. Inhale up the nose. Exhale, sweep down the eyebrow. And then a nice circular massage on the temples. So 2 more. Go at your own pace. Beautiful. Now, underneath the eyes, the cheekbones, we're just going to kind of very, very gently, not a lot of pressure, just sweep. Just sweep. 2 more. Okay, now this, probably the last one we'll do is pretty fun. We're going to feel underneath the cheekbones. So, like, the pointiest part underneath the cheekbone. And we're just going to push up. And then release the pressure. So we'll do it with the breath like we did with the eyebrow. So we can inhale, push. Exhale, release the pressure. 2 more. Okay, we can just kind of wash the face again. And now we're going to go in front of the ear. And just massage in front of both ears. And as we do this, we can open and close the mouth a little bit. Sometimes jaw pain or jaw tension can contribute to neck pain. Okay, and then our last little face thing for our beautiful faces, we're going to use our first 2 fingers, make like bent. And then we're just going to go at the chin, up to the ear. Oh, it's the second to the last thing. So we'll just do one side to start. 3. Okay, other side. And now going back in front of the ears, we're just going to sweep all the way down the neck. So we start at the ears, go all the way down. A few more, keep doing this one. And then I know I keep saying last one, but this will probably be the last one. Okay, we're going to go around the face. So we go up the nose, down the eyebrows, past the temples. If we want to pause and do a little circle at the temples, that's fine. And then we go down in front of the ears, down the neck. So we'll just do that a couple more times. So up, temples, and pull down, draining out any like excess fluids. One more. Okay, let the arms be loose. We can still have our little bend in the knees. We keep the neck as relaxed as we can. The eyes can be closed or very soft if they're open. And let's just swing side to side, super relaxed. Let the head just follow the movement. Okay, we'll use our fists, gently tapping the abdomen and the back. In Chinese medicine, the lower abdomen is the lower dantian, and it represents, all of our physical powers, but also it's said to be the gate of our destiny. So I like this exercise, just thinking of kind of like knocking on that gate. A few more. Okay, so now we're going to take it up. The front hand goes to the upper chest, close to the shoulder. The back hand still on the low back kidney area. But if the back hand wants to go lower or higher or whatever, you just do whatever feels right. A few more. Okay, we'll come back to just swinging the arms. And slowly bring ourselves back to center. And we'll do our propeller turns, which is basically the same thing we've been doing, but with more thought to it, I guess. So feet wider, about shoulder width. If you want wider, that's fine. Little bend in the knees. Open up the arms so we can get our visualizations back in. So as we inhale, we fill up fresh energy. We can imagine pure light or whatever. As we exhale, the space around us gets a little bigger, a little brighter as we release tension, stress, anything we don't need. Okay, so let's inhale, fill up. We exhale, start twist. Remember, the feet can turn, go as far as is comfortable. Follow your breath. When you're ready to inhale, come back to center, fill up. And with the exhale, twist to the other side, release. So just follow your own breath, go at your own pace. Last few. Okay, next time we come to center, let's gather in, bring the feet together, back up the elbows, inhale. Exhale, push down. All right, we can roll the shoulders back and down. Take a second, massage the base of the skull. Just look for like that lift. And while we're here, why not? Let's take the other hand, massage the third eye area. We can do little circles, just a couple breaths. Okay, drop the arms. So same visualization, we inhale, fill up, exhale, release, release, release. So on the exhales in this exercise, we want to relax as much as possible. It's like we're finding any tension and then just letting it go, and then it just drops into the ground. Okay, so we've done this before, it's just the side bends. Let's inhale, fill up. Exhale, one ear to one shoulder and just hang, hang, hang. If you want to take some extra breaths, you can. If you want to do it one breath, one movement, that's fine too. So with an inhalation, we come back to center. And then we exhale over to the other side. So we'll just continue with our own breath. We'll go at our own pace. Let's listen to our bodies. Each exhalation, just relaxing as much as we possibly can. Releasing any tension, any stress, any discomfort, anything we no longer need into the earth. And each inhale filling up with fresh energy. A few more. Okay, we'll finish the one we're on. Come back to center, separate the feet, just hip width. One more Qigong thing, and then we'll get into our more standard practice. A little bend in the knees, shoulders back and down. So this one, we're going to use the eyes. We'll be turning the head, but with the eyes. So we turn the head and the eyes the same direction in this one, and the eyes guide the movement, and they just keep looking. So when the neck can't turn anymore, the eyes are still looking. And then when we come back to center, again, we use the eyes. So we turn the eyes back, and then the head follows. So we just have our arms out to side, nice and relaxed. Eyes gently open, nice and soft. We inhale. And then as we exhale, start with your eyes, start looking to one side, let the head turn, let the eyes keep looking as far back as they comfortably can. And when you're ready to inhale, bring the head back to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn the head. Turn the eyes. Inhale, center. Let the eyes guide the movement. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. Now the same thing, we're just changing the hand position. The hands just low back, but as high as you can get, kind of more like upper kidney under the rib cage. Okay, so same thing. We inhale, fill up. Exhale, turn the head, use the eyes. Keep looking as far back as you can. When you're ready, inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Inhale, center. One more time each side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, center. Now the hands come up chest level. They can be facing towards you or facing more up. Inhale. Exhale, turn the eyes, turn the head. When you're ready, inhale back to center. Of course, follow your breath more than me. Exhale, turn. Inhale. One more time each side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And as we exhale, let's bring the hands back to the body. And just like we did before, we're going to do like that sweeping self-massage. So we'll go down the body, bend down the front of the legs, over the feet, up the backs of the legs, backs of the knees. Spend a little extra time when you get to kidneys, massage those kidneys. And then we sweep the hands to the front. We go to one side, the long channel massage again, down the arm, up. Inhale, exhale, sweep across, release. Other side, corner of the chest, go up. Front of the shoulder, come down the arm. Flip, come up. Inhale when you're ready. Exhale, sweep across, release. Okay, so we'll take a moment in mountain pose just to see how we feel. Make sure you're at the top of the mat. I'll place myself. You can also just roll the shoulders a couple times. And the next exhalation, keep those shoulders down the back. Feel the feet on the floor. Imagine the upward pulse, base of the skull, crown of the head. If it feels good, we can gently focus on the third eye. So if the eyes are closed, they can very, very gently kind of roll in and upward towards the third eye. If the eyes are open, we keep them soft, soft, soft. So they're not like looking at anything, they're just letting visual information in. All right, we'll start a sun salutations. Inhale, open up. Exhale, bring the hands to the back. We'll do that little variation we've been playing with. Thumbs close to spine. Pull the skin away from the spine as you fold. Exhale. Inhale, halfway up. Hands on the shins or thighs. Exhale, fold. Hands to earth. Step it back to plank. Let's take a few breaths in the plank. Okay, we'll exhale. Bring it down, knees suggestion. Let's do some cobra up, down to make sure you can feel the hip bones on the earth. When you're ready, inhale up. Exhale down. They can for sure be little baby cobras. Okay, with the next exhale, take it back to down dog or child's pose if you prefer. 5 breaths. Another few breaths as long as you're feeling okay. Okay, with an exhalation, knees come down. We make our way into all fours. And we'll just do our cat-cows, the usual cat-cows and the side-to-side cat-cows. So we'll start the regular ones. Inhale up. Exhale down. Move at your own pace, eyes open or closed. If you want to work with the eyes, I would suggest maybe closed. But as we inhale, we could look up towards the third eye or the crown with the eyes closed or open, but I suggest closed. And then as we exhale, we can kind of look into our own hearts again with closed eyes. If that feels good. If not, if it's too much, just forget it. Couple more. Okay, inhale, center. So come into a nice flat back, engage the core a little bit. Let's extend opposite arm, opposite leg. And you could just do the leg or the arm. So we're gonna go elbow to knee. So we inhale here. Exhale, crunch into ourselves, elbow to knee. We just do our best. So we inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch in. Go at your own pace. Next time we're extended, keep the extension, put the hand down, put the toes down. The bent leg that's on the floor, maybe those toes outside the mat. We're coming into side plank, so we turn the back foot, open up. And here you can play around any way you want. I like moving the arm, getting more of an armpit stretch. Whatever feels good, a few breaths. Okay, with an exhale, we'll come back to all fours. Get back into our cat-cows, but side to side. Don't worry too much about the breath. I know it can get confusing. If it's comfortable enough, We inhale the same way as the regular cat-cow. So inhaling when the heart's like going down towards the floor. Exhaling when we're rounding the back. Let's change direction. Inhale, center. Take a moment, gently engage the core. Make sure we're well stacked, and we'll do other arm, other leg. So we inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Hand comes down, toes come down. The leg that's already on the ground, those toes can come outside the mat. We turn the foot, shift the weight, side plank, and play around in the side plank any way you like. Let's breathe. Okay, with an exhale, back to all fours. Ooh, let's widen the stance between the hands and the knees. Lower knees, chest chin. Separate the feet the width of the mat. So the legs are a little wider than usual. And we'll do some cobra up downs. Inhale, up. Exhale, come down. Go with your breath. Okay, from here, we'll come back to just a child's pose. So regular child's pose, we can have the hands forward or back, it doesn't matter. Let's just rock the forehead on the earth. The knees, they could be together or separate, whatever's more comfortable. Just very gently roll that forehead on the earth. Letting everything else go. Okay. In your own time, come up to the forearms. So stay sitting on the heels. If the knees are very separate, like mine are, maybe just tuck them in a little. We'll do our rotations. So one forearm down on the floor, and I think that's comfortable. But if it's not, it could be a hand on the floor, no problem.
Okay, so the other arm, we inhale, open up. Exhale, sweep down. Just go with your breath. Last few. Okay, let's bring it down. Switch sides. Go at your own pace. Couple more. Okay, let's release. Stretch the arms out. Come back into down dog. So take the time to find a nice, comfortable down dog. And either here from down dog or down from all fours, let's do leg extensions. So we inhale, one leg up. Exhale, bring it down. Go with your breath. Oh, and keep the head and the neck relaxed. Eyes relaxed. Couple more. Okay, legs come down, knees come down. Whew. Let's come into sitting. We can just shake the legs out in front of us. Okay, we'll do twists, forward bends, and then come onto the back. So before we even start with a twist, let's just do a staff pose. So find our sit bones. Pull the toes towards us. If we need to sit on something, feel free. Arms up. So arms are up, the neck is still long and as relaxed as possible. Long, deep breaths. It's like we're rooting down and rising up at the same time. Okay, keep the length of the spine, but drop the arms. The arms. One leg on the bottom, one leg on the top. It could be inside or outside. You know the options. Interlace below the knee. 5 breaths. Nice open, proud chest. Find something to relax. Okay, let's go into the twist. So twisting towards the bent leg. Catch on any way that feels good for today. Back hand comes behind. And we'll do our head movements with the eyes. So this time, the eyes and the head moving opposite directions. So eyes look one way, the head moves the other way. And once the head gets over the opposite shoulder, we switch the eyes and movement of the head. And we'll just do a few. And of course, keeping everything as relaxed as possible and still breathing. Sometimes when we focus, and this type of movement, moving into opposite directions, does require a lot of focus. So sometimes that can bring tension. So let's just make sure the cheeks are relaxed. Still breathing. Couple more. Okay. Let's come back to center. We'll take the leg that's bent over, just stick the foot inside the thigh, and just do a little mini forward bend. So we inhale, get tall. You don't even have to do the forward bend part, but if it's comfortable as you exhale, just a little tilt or a big tilt if it feels really good in your body. 5 breaths. Okay, with an inhale, let's come up. Stretch out the leg and go right into the other side. So see where you want to be for the twist. Interlace, open the chest, relax the shoulders, relax the neck, the jaw, the cheeks. Just 5 breaths at center. Inviting the breath into the belly in the most relaxed way possible. Okay, take it into the twist, any version you like. And once you're in your twist, start moving the head and eyes opposite directions. Okay, let's finish the one we're on. And once you're happy with that, come back to center. Take the leg, foot into the thigh. Inhale, lengthen through that spine. And then only if it's comfortable as we exhale, little tilt or a big tilt. 5 breaths. Okay, with an inhalation, come back up, release the legs. Let's have the knees bent, just toss the legs side to side. Okay, so we'll get ready to come down onto the back. The reason I did our little leg toss here is so we can go right into our Shavasana using the blocks. Using the blocks just inside those bones that stick out base of the skull. But of course, if you don't want to do the blocks version, regular Shavasana is fine. So just a reminder, we place the blocks like this on the floor. So these little corners just go inside those two bones. So before we get into it, I always like to take this time to find those bones that stick out. So, right around here for me. So you kind of get an idea of the distance. We want the corners of the blocks inside those bones. All right, we check out our block setup. Of course, if you want blankets, socks, sweaters, anything to stay warm and comfortable, grab it. The legs, we could have legs bent or long legs, whichever you prefer. And if the blocks aren't comfortable, because sometimes it's a bit intense, you could either put a blanket on top of them or just get rid of them completely. Especially if you don't want to stay the whole Shavasana with these blocks, no problem. Could just do the blocks for a couple minutes and then switch to just being flat on the ground. So take the time setting up because this is obviously the most important part. If the legs are bent, I suggest leaning the knees one into the other so the legs aren't doing any work at all. Once you found a good spot, just let the head be heavy. We're using this pose like our Shavasana, our final relaxation, so everything can get heavy. Let's take this opportunity to give ourselves permission to let everything go. Everything. So any tension, nagging thoughts, even like our own names, our own identities, everything. Let's give ourselves permission to relax. Let's very, 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 very gently start to wake the body mind. And in as relaxed a way as possible, when it feels right, just pull the blocks out of the way. Rest the head on the floor. Let's take a second to feel whatever we're feeling. Okay. Give ourselves a nice full body stretch. And once we're feeling nice and stretched, let's fold the knees. We're going to do some knee tucks, hands on the knees. Inhale the knees away from us. Exhale, pull the knees into the chest. Go with your breath. Okay, we'll roll to the side. Take a breath or two in the fetal position. And with the strength of the arms, press up. And we'll make our way to any comfortable seated position. Staying as warm and comfortable as possible. And for our mini meditation today, let's connect the head and the heart. So we can start with a hand on the sternum. So it's the point kind of in between the bottom of the sternum, the top of the sternum. But you can also just rub up and down the sternum and find a point that maybe feels a little sore or tender. I like doing circles, but it can even just be a full hand on the chest, whatever you like. The other hand will come between the eyebrows, slightly above. It could be one finger or two finger. It could be circles or just gentle pressure. Relax the neck, the cheeks, the jaw. Maybe we can imagine the energy flow between these 2 points. And invite the wisdom of the heart into the mind. You can also invite the sensibilities of the mind into the heart. And do our feelings, do our actions match our heart's feelings? Is the love, the unconditional acceptance, compassion, kindness of the heart reflected in our minds, in our thoughts?
Basically just inviting these two to be a team, to work together. Couple more long, deep breaths. Okay, let's slide the hands into a prayer. Take a moment to acknowledge, honor the light, the love, the wisdom within ourselves, within each other, and within all. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me.